Hi and welcome to this week's episode of the Amber Tree Wellness TV, your weekly dose of health and well-being. My name's Counsel and thank you for joining me. This video is more for the women this week rather than you guys because I'm going to talk about the menstrual cycle. Let's talk about what is a normal menstrual cycle, what is a common menstrual cycle, and what you can do when there appears that maybe your hormones might be out of balance. So let's just start with what is the menstrual cycle. A normal menstrual cycle lasts from day one of bleed to day one of bleed, around 29.5 days. That's how long it should last. Ovulation occurs around about day 14 to 15, and that's when the egg is released from the ovary and you're fertile. Your period generally should last about 5 days. It should start with a nice bright red blood. The heavier bleed days are generally day 2 to 3, and then it starts to taper off, but the blood should be red all the time. There really shouldn't be really heavy clotting. There shouldn't be any real other symptoms that go along with having a bleed, and then everything starts again. Now, what is common with a menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycles commonly can run anywhere between 25 to 42 days. In some women it could be longer. Ovulation will always occur 14 days before you bleed. So depending on how long your cycle is when ovulation. So it's generally 14 days for the majority of women. 14 days is the second half of the cycle. The bit that varies is the first half of the cycle, and that can go in some women for as short as 7 days and can go for as long as 3 weeks in the first half of the cycle before ovulation. It's one of the reasons why getting blood tests on day 19 to see if you ovulate isn't always a really good idea, because you don't know how long the first half of your cycle is. The other thing that is common with menstrual cycles with women is PMS. Now, if there's any guys still watching this video at the moment, now that we're into all this stuff about women, they'll probably be able to tell you all about PMS. And they probably know more about PMS than you know about PMS. But what's PMS? It's premenstrual syndrome. And because it's a syndrome, it means that there's lots of different symptoms that different women have. So there can be things like swollen and tender breasts. It can be pain and cramping for 2 weeks. It can be headaches. It can be food cravings, in particular sugar or chocolate cravings, increased appetite. There's all these different symptoms, and all women are different, but it's very common to be experiencing these. And I know there's women out there who just think that's normal to actually have PMS, but it's not normal. One of the biggest things that happens with PMS is mood changes. I forgot that one. That's one of the biggest changes, is the mood changes. For some women, they become very, very teary for no real reason. Others become very, very irritable. They're generally not the happy type of mood changes. They're more the negative mood changes that occur. So when all this is happening and when we've got all these symptoms going on, or our cycles are too long or too short, it's an indication of hormone imbalances. Now, there's a lot of reasons why our hormones can be out of balance. Number one, and one of the most important reasons, or the key reasons, is stress. Stress plays a major role in how well our hormones are working. Other reasons why we can get PMS is nutrient deficiencies, in particular some of your B vitamins, calcium, magnesium, and some of your essential fatty acids. And to make sure that we're getting all the right nutrients, yes, you can take supplements, but you can make sure that you're also eating a healthy diet, and mainly a Mediterranean style diet that's full of nuts and seeds, healthy fats and fish, and all of that will give you what you need. There are some herbs that you can actually take which help balance your hormones, but a little bit of word of warning here. Please do not take any hormonal herbs unless you have seen a qualified naturopath or herbalist, because if you're not taking the correct herb for your particular situation, you can actually throw your hormones further out of balance. And then you can look at your nutrients, so making sure you're taking a good quality, if you want to take supplements, a good quality B vitamin, vitamin E, evening primrose oil, essential fatty acids, antioxidants, all will help you to really manage what's going on with your cycle. But the main thing you can do when it comes to your menstrual cycle is embrace it. It is not a curse. It is a privilege that as women that we are able to reproduce, that we actually have this going on. And there's some women who struggle with this. So please do not treat your menstrual cycle as a curse, even though sometimes it may really be inconvenient, it might be a bit of a pain. It is what nature does. And we actually have the ability to recreate because of our menstrual cycle. So embrace your femininity. Really, truly embrace it. Start to really notice what happens and how you feel and how that is shown within your menstrual cycle. So please let me know if you've got any further questions. That was a really brief overview. I didn't get into a lot of information. There's so much I could talk about when it comes to the hormones. But if you've got further questions or you want to have a discussion or whatever, please let me know below the video in the comments. I'll be in there and I'll help you out or answer any questions that I can. Share this video around with all of your friends and family. Let them know the type of things that you learn when you watch the Amber Tree Wellness TV. And until next week, I'll see you then. Bye. Hi, just before I go, I thought I'd just let you know about some really exciting presentations that I've got coming up over the next couple of months. They're called Finding Balance in Today's Busy World. Now, if you're continually juggling, trying to get family, your work, your relationships, your health, your well-being, everything, you've got all these balls in the air and it's just all falling apart around you, come along and I'm going to teach you the 3 key steps that you need to find balance in your life. The link to the webpage is below the video, so go and have a look and you'll see all the dates, the venues. Some of them are webinars, some of them are live events. Book in, register, completely free, and I really look forward to seeing you at one of my presentations where you can find balance in your life. Thanks very much. Bye.